Welcome to the Winter Solstice event 2023. For those of you new to me, I'm Becky Shapiro, a mind, body, spirit coach, soul compass, and catalyst. And today we're going to take a short session here to honor this change in season. So I'm going to ask you to grab a couple things. And if this is not a good time for you to take a 15 to 20-minute break and to do all this at once, then I would suggest coming back to this later or sometime in the next couple of days. That's perfectly fine in order to take some time to go with it. All right, so I would like you to grab a pen. If you have a journal, great. If not, maybe some paper. Grab your water, and then you might want to have some Kleenex nearby just in case. Okay, and you're going to want to be someplace comfortable, someplace you feel safe going within. I'm not going to ask you to lie down because I don't want you to go to sleep on me. We are going to do a little bit of inner work today. All right, so while you are looking for things, gathering things, we're going to just talk briefly about what is the winter solstice. And so today, winter solstice, it marks a change in season, right? We're rolling from fall into winter. Today is the shortest day of the year, which means we have the longest night of the year. And so, years and years ago, what this signaled for people is the return of light. If we can make it through this longest night of the year, it's the return of more light to our day. And so metaphorically, now we release the darkness and we are welcoming in the light. So what we're going to do today is just make some time to acknowledge the darkness within and to acknowledge that shadow side of ourselves that we tend to avoid because we fear what's going to come forward. But it's time to bring some light into that part of us. Okay, all parts of us are equally important. So we're going to think about what are we bringing into the light today. All right, so I'm going to guide you through a session. We're going to start by closing our eyes. So I want you to get comfortable. Make sure you got all your things. Have your journal and pen next to you. And when you're ready, if you're comfortable closing your eyes, otherwise just kind of stare at a spot in front of you. And just start to deepen your breathing. I'm going to hit all 5 of those levels that we've been talking about. Just the fact that we're going within and connecting to ourselves, that's the spiritual level. But I'm going to guide you through mental, emotional, physical, and energetic, okay? So deepening your breath. We're going to bring the energy from our head, all of those thoughts right now, and they might be buzzing because you might be a little bit worried about what's going to come forward. I want you to bring the energy from your head out of there. We're going to bring it down to our heart. Okay, it's like we're switching off the mind and opening up the heart. So whatever that looks like for you, whatever it feels like for you is perfect. We're getting out of our head, opening our heart. Nice deep breaths, as deep as you can make them. Now I've asked you to pull yourself out of your head, but most likely there are thoughts coming forward. So let's allow them. Allow any thoughts that are coming forward. Give them your awareness. And then if you need to, send them away. Put them in a cloud and just send them away. Still taking deep breaths. Now I want you to connect in emotionally. What are you feeling emotionally? Maybe it's within the body. Maybe it's what's been coming up in your thoughts in the last couple days. This can be a tumultuous time of year for some people. Let's face it, most people. And what's the biggest emotion surfacing today? Don't stuff it down, allow it out. Deep breaths. If it's a high vibrational emotion, awesome. Smile, celebrate it. If it's a low vibrational emotion, that's okay, no judgment. We're bringing awareness, allowing it to be. Now, bring your attention to your physical body. You might notice where are any of these mental thoughts and emotions. Where are you feeling them in your body? And again, if it's high vibrational, great. Are you feeling anything in your stomach? Your head? Your joints? What part of your body is talking to you today that maybe you haven't heard? Again, no judgment. Just allowing yourself to notice that this part of your body is talking to you today. And now we're going to move our attention to our energy. Can you feel it in certain parts of the body, that it's denser or more expansive? And if not, that's okay. I want you to take a moment to expand your energy. Remember, this is done with intention. You can visualize it. You can just imagine that there are little balls of energy throughout the body, or maybe one big energy ball, and you're just expanding it out as far and wide as you'd like it to go. Maybe it's a certain color. Expanding that energy out. Now, if there were any physical areas of the body that were a little tight or tense, come back to them and expand each of those areas separately. Give them a little bit more expansion. And then, since we are moving towards the end of the year here, you may find some things in your energy that are not yours, don't belong to you, are unnecessary. These could be from other people, situations, your thoughts. And you might take a minute to declutter and let go of some energy that's not meant for you, or it's no longer serving you. And again, you can do this however it feels right to you. You can physically take your hand and just pull it out, give it to the universe. whatever feels good to you. Okay, and if we're doing anything and you need a little bit more time, feel free to pause and take as long as you need to. All right, so we have now connected at 5 levels within. And I want you to reflect now on this past year. And if the whole year is too much, that's fine. Maybe the past 3 months or the past month. Just think back on the past and see what comes into your mind. Just allow the thoughts in. Allow the memories in. Again, no judgment. Just allowing. Now I want you to notice, were you thinking about mostly positive memories or mostly negative memories? Okay, neither is good or bad or better. But what I want you to do now is bring forward the opposite. So if you were experiencing mostly negative memories, pull forward some positive memories, or the opposite. Okay, now what I want you to do is think about what you would like to release. Okay, and at this time you might pull out the journal and pen and start jotting some things down. What do you want to release from this past year or the past couple months? And again, pause if you need to, pause the video. And it doesn't have to be something negative that you're releasing. It may be just something that is no longer serving you in your life. Maybe an organization that you're part of that you just don't feel you have time for anymore. It could be a relationship that is draining your energy. What are you choosing to release? And it may just be one thing. It may be 8. Whatever it is, it's perfect. And if you feel like you need to come back to this later and spend some more time on it, that's fine too. But we're going to go ahead and energetically release what we are choosing to. So you can bring it forward one at a time and visualize each thing. Maybe say something like, I now release, and then finish the words. You can pull it out of you as if it's a bubble of energy and release it to the universe. Whatever works for you. And again, what we are doing, maybe bringing up some painful memories. So you might want to spend some more time on this later, doing some of that shadow work, allowing things to come forward that maybe have been in the dark this year, that it's time to release. If you're thinking about it right now, it's time to release it. Okay? So what I want you to do now is spend a moment thinking And eyes open or closed, whatever feels good. What are you making space for? Okay, as we move into this new season, into this new year, what are you making space for in your life? Okay, so I encourage you to write it down if you like, or just think about it. Maybe it's more time for yourself. Maybe it's more fun. That's what I'm making space for. Something new in your life, like a new hobby. Maybe self-acceptance or self-love. Okay, if you're needing more time, go ahead and pause the video. What we're going to do now is bring forward each of those one at a time. I want you to visualize them out in front of you and maybe saying something like, I choose more fun in my life, and bringing that in energetically, bringing that into your heart space or your head or your stomach, wherever it feels aligned. I choose. I'm doing that with everything on your list. And then when you're ready, I want you to start celebrating. Okay, all kinds of fabulous things have happened to you. We tend to forget the positive things, the amazing things that we've done or that have happened to us, because that's not what sticks in our mind, right? It's the more negative experiences. So I want you to write down at least three things that you can celebrate right now. 3 things that have happened to you, that you've done, that you've accomplished, things that you're proud of. At least 3. More if you can. And then finally, I want you to express some gratitude. Okay, jot some things down, at least 3 things that you're grateful for, whether it's people, situations, the little things in life that we tend to forget about. I guess they're not so little sometimes, like electricity, especially in the winter. What are some things that you are truly grateful for that maybe you don't normally express gratitude for? All right, while you're finishing that up, I've got some light language that would like to come through for you today. So I'm going to go ahead and speak that. It's just a form of healing that comes through usually spoken word. It can also be sung or sometimes done through artwork. So it's going to sound like nonsense coming out through my mouth, but it's offering a healing transmission for you. So if it's not something that you desire, then you can simply say no thank you. as you continue to write about what you are proud of and grateful for. Veasa koshona, seala koshai, vale kapochon, esmakachisana, easa pokoshisa, eleson, ekapochon, makasikala, ve shakosoch, es ekapochan, eles kikan, Vioshona, Valekasish, Es Pokochain, Eles Kamana, Voyosokocho, Vak, Eamakoshi, Ves Kala, Eshapokon, Esamakashia, Vease, Moya Sakana, Vayala Shokoch, Eas, Hesapekena, Moya Sakashan, Vayala Sakim, Volkash. Yamachana is Elamokokon Vale Vayasakash Esapakona Vyasiki Vayala Vayala. So when I'm speaking light language, I don't usually know what's coming through until afterwards. I'll ask at the end, what did it represent? And that was to help with releasing of what we're releasing today. All right, now I also have something else special for you. During the night, I was awakened at 2:18 I got up. Went to the bathroom and realized I had a very loud Christmas song in my head. Knew it meant someone was trying to communicate. Was told yes, go ahead and do it. I always check first before channeling if it's in everyone's highest and greatest good. And it was the Sirian Council of Light. They provided an activation for me, which was quite interesting, but I'm not going to go into that right now. But I asked them if they had a message to share, some advice for the winter solstice. And they did. Now, I had to check back in with them this morning once I remembered what happened, because this was the middle of the night, and I don't take notes in the middle of the night. And so I channeled them again, and I asked them, okay, tell me again. What did you want to share with us? All right, so here's their message for you from the Sirian Council of Light. Going within will allow you to find the best of you. It will also show you the worst of you. Both are equally important to discover to truly understand yourself. Do not be afraid of any parts of yourself. Together, they make you an amazing being. A being with a perspective that only you can share with the world. Shine your unique light, for it is needed. You are worthy of knowing. You are loved. So, we're going to wrap up our winter solstice event. Like I said, if you didn't get through all of that, or you feel like you need some more time to journal, write some things out, definitely feel free to do that in the next week. And then I didn't find I couldn't find any great ideas for ways to celebrate the winter solstice. Actually, it was kind of interesting because a lot of our traditional Christmas celebrations come from long ago winter solstice activities and things that they used to do. So that was interesting. But I did see someone recommend maybe lighting a candle. I mean, we can't all get to Stonehenge or create a Yule. So, but definitely lighting a candle, maybe tonight or sometime today. And just as you light it, think about what you're calling in and bringing light to in this next year. So, I hope that was helpful for you. Happy winter solstice. Let me know if you have any questions. Blessings.